Hello children, welcome to your SST class. In today's class, we will do lesson number 2, heat zones of the earth. Children, the earth is the only planet in the solar system that supports life because it has air, water and soil, and it also gets the right amount of sunlight, so the temperature here on earth is perfect for water to be present in the liquid form. Without water there can be no life on earth at all, and you all know that if there is too much of heat the water will get evaporated. So, therefore, the earth is the planet that has air, water, and soil, and proper temperature for living things to be able to live on this planet. Now, children, you know that the earth is round in shape. Okay, so all the parts of the earth do not get the same amount of sunlight, whereas the different parts have different type of climate, and this is due to the rays of the sun falling differently in these places. Children, we can divide the earth into three different heat zones depending upon the rays of the sun falling on these particular zones. So, the main three types of heat zones are torrid zone, that is near the equator, temperate zone. The yellow portion in the diagram shows the temperate zone, and the frigid zone. The light blue or the white portion on the poles, near the poles, shows the frigid zone. So these three different colors indicates the three different heat zones on the earth, and as you can see that the parallel of latitudes divides the earth into three different heat zones. Children, as we have already discussed in the previous slide, that the sun rays fall differently on different parts of the earth. All parts of the earth do not get the same amount of sunlight and warmth. In the place near the equator, that is the torrid zone, the sun rays fall vertically or directly, giving maximum sunlight and maximum heat. When we go towards the pole, little higher latitude away from equator or in the temperate zone, the sun rays fall slant, causing mild heat and mild temperature. But when we go near the poles, that is the frigid zone, sun rays fall very much slanting, spreading over large area and causing very less or almost no heat at all. Therefore, the climate in the frigid zone is very cold. Children, the different heat zones receive different amount of sun rays. Now let us see the torrid zone. The sun rays fall directly near the equator, thus making it very hot. So the region between 23 and a half degree north and 23 from 0 to 23 and a half degree south experience the maximum heat. You can see in the diagram the region between 0 till 23 degree north and 0 till 23 and a half degree south. This zone is called the torrid zone, and this zone has the highest or the maximum receives the maximum heat because sun rays fall direct in this region. So it has very hot climate and very humid climate throughout the year. Okay. Now let us see the other areas also here. Come to the temperate zone. Now children, the temperate zone is not very hot because the sun rays in this zone fall slanted. It lies between the Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere. So you can see from 23.5 degree north till 63.5 degree north, this area is the temperate zone. Similarly, when we go to south, 23.5 degree south till 66.5 degree south, this area from here till here, it is called the temperate zone. So the temperate zone lies between the Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere, and from Tropic of Capricorn till the Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere. Children, this area is not very hot. It experiences mild temperature. Let us learn about the frigid zone. Children, the meaning of the word frigid means very cold. Now, let us see where the frigid zone lies. Children, from 66.5 degree north till the North Pole, and from 66.5 degree south till the South Pole lies the frigid zone. So this area is called the frigid zone. Okay. The frigid zone lies between the Arctic Circle from here till and the North Pole, between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole. Similarly, in the south, it lies between the Antarctic Circle till the South Pole. Alright, so this area is called the frigid zone. Now children, the sun rays fall most slanting, and also it falls over a large area. So these regions near the pole are extremely cold, and most of the time they remain frozen. So these were the three main heat zones of the earth. I hope you were able to understand the concept through the diagram and the explanation. I would request you all to please read the lesson, and thank you so much for your kind attention.